This is order entry into Printavo. We are going to be using the Sunshine Group as an example here. So I have Printavo here on the right and our email on the left. I already got this order set up, just kind of looking over it. There's 7 files attached here: DST, EMB, PDF, and then the same again. All this is associated to the design department, so you don't have to worry about any of this. You can take a look at the PDFs because they are step sheets if you want to get a little bit familiar with what is this order. Obviously it has something to do with Hilton Grand Vacations. Let's see what the other one is, and it's just security. So a lot of times what helps is if you can wrap your head about what is it that they're trying to do, it makes it a little bit easier reading some of their POs. This tutorial is only going to be, it's going to be based a lot around some of the stuff that the Sunshine Group does. And then I'm going to create some other videos to help with other customers that we have. So taking a look at this purchase order real quick, and then we'll get into Printavo and setting all this up. This is strictly based on the Sunshine Group. Most of their POs come with multiple pages, and for this, they always like to add a packing list, and then it's just the normal purchase order and all this other kind of stuff. So you can see on this main page here, they're only specifying the logos on here. So this first page has no information in regards to the products, the sizes, or anything like that. So it's important that when we download, which we will, it will download all this information because shipping and receiving will need this second page. The third page is the packing list that our shipping and receiving team will put this in the box. And the fourth one is just an overflow of the first page of the packing list. So what we can do is we can go ahead and download this. So it is in our downloads folder. Let's go ahead and go over to quote. Since they did provide the EMB DST files, that's them telling us this is not a reorder. This is something brand new. So we're going to, instead of searching for this, we are going to add a new quote. And then we're going to fill in this top information. So we'll start by doing the Sunshine Group, and Leslie is the only rep for the Sunshine Group. So we'll click on that. It will autofill. You can see on here that there are some customer notes. I would recommend, until you get familiar with each of our customers, to take a look at this and see what is this all about. So they do have a UPS number. So this helps just in case if they don't say it on their purchase order, how they're going to want to ship this, which luckily they do here. Some clients we have, they don't, they just say ship ground. Okay, then it's like, do they have FedEx account? Is it a UPS account, or do they want us to ship it on our account and we will bill them later? Customer notes should clarify all that. Okay, now we're going to go down to the nickname, and I'm going to create a separate video talking a little bit more in depth about what the nickname needs to be and how this whole thing needs to set up to just make it a lot easier and uniformed across all orders. So we always like to do the name of the job, in specific folders in Google Drive. So we obviously know the Sunshine Group is, the parent company. Then it will be Hilton, and from that, Grand Vacations. And the reason why we're not doing Hilton Grand Vacations is because Grand Vacation is part of the bigger company, which is Hilton. This isn't as important to make sure that you get this right. It's not, because this is going to be more on the design team to adjust this based on what folder they put this in. So this is more of just trying to get it close, just if we have to search for this job and say that we don't know the PO number, but it is the Sunshine Group and it's Hilton and it has something to do with Grand Vacation, we can look for it. So let's go ahead and type this in. So Hilton's the main one, and then Grand Vacations. And then we do space, and then we do a bracket here, space again, and then we do their PO number. And the reason for this is just that the PO number here will be the same as this, but the customer portal does not show this number over here. So we put this here so that they can see it along with the title of the job. Now we're going to look to see that they do have a requested ship date. So we have two options, a must ship date and a must pick up date. They have the requested here, but then down here you can see it says must have in hands. So we will say a must ship date of 03/07, and then I like to just make sure that that doesn't fall on a Sunday or something like that. So that is on a Tuesday, so that works out just fine. Let's see if there are any customer notes, which there are no, special instructions in this, so we don't need to do that. There are no production notes tied to this. The shipping method, just like what we saw under here under the customer notes, is going to be UPS. The PO number 27957. Okay. It was created today. We do not touch this. The production due date is 2 days ahead of the ship date. So it's going to be shipping on the 7th. So we're going to go 1/2. So that means that this job needs to be done off the machine on March the 3rd. And the customer due date is the 7th. And the invoice date is the 7th, which auto-populates the payment due date 15 days, which this is tied to the customer. So that's all good. Now we're going to add the production files, and since we already have that downloaded, it's going to be on the top of our download list. We'll go ahead and upload that. Now we're going to add the category features. So this is technically only 5 shirts, which you can see here that they did this correct. There is a total of 10 imprints, but there are only 5 garments. So this is based on the group here itself. So 5 garments are part of this one group. So we are going to do the left chest here, and because it is the same group, same 5 shirts that are getting the left sleeve, we're going to attach the left sleeve to this as well. So there's 5 pieces here, 5 pieces here. Since there are no other groups, we don't need to specify by item or color or description what are these items compared to the other group. So we can leave all of that blank. We are going to zero this out. You can do that, or you just add 0. It will correct itself on its own. That's it in regards to that. We will go ahead and add an imprint for the type of work, which is embroidery. And the reason for this is that this will show on the schedule. We have to be able to schedule by which department it is. And that is it. There are no extra fees or anything like that, so we will go ahead and hit save. And that's good. We will go up to schedule. We're going to add this to the power schedule, and we're going to the production due date, which it would be the same as this. Well, the production date is when this is going to show up on the schedule. The production due date is the 3rd. Since it is a small order under 500 pieces, we will go ahead and just mark it on the same date as this, because that will be on and off the machine all within 1 day. You don't have to worry about the minutes. That will be the design department that does that. So the only two things that you have to concern yourself with is the production due date. Make sure you put that, and then specify on here, is it flats or caps? And by it being left chest and left sleeve, that's obviously flats. And that is it. Last thing you will do in regards to Printavo is that you are going to switch this to working on artwork proof, and this will notify the design department that, hey, there is some artwork that needs to be done with this order. So we'll do that. This will automatically send an email to the design department, which is me. And the last thing that we got to do in regards to this whole order is we are going to forward this. There's no need to download all this stuff, to just in return upload it, to send an email to me. So we will just forward this email to me. We just want to copy and paste this information here. So we'll do that. And even though it is redundant that this is this just lets me know that this isn't something that a client just sent me. Oh, here's the PO, here's DST, can you just get this set up for me? I know that this is now in Printavo, and I can associate it with, do all the artwork, and put it in. Yeah, that is it. If there's any special instructions, feel free to put it in here. Please make sure that this is a subject and you don't just put, new order or something like that. I need to be able to reference this. But outside of that, that is it. Thanks.